Hi gorgeous! Today's video is a Thanksgiving themed makeup look using luxury samples. And I got these samples from my Schwa subscription box, which I've had for close to 3 years now, I think. I've done a variety of videos on them in the past, and I know many of you have tried them out since I talked about them previously, and you have loved them just as much as I do. I don't get many subscription box services simply because I can't keep up with them all, and I've canceled a lot of them. But this is one of the few that I just cannot be without. And basically, if you've never heard of Schwa, it's a way to try high-end and luxury products without having to commit to the full size. And you do get a generous amount of sample to try for $15 a month. And you can also buy samples on their website for $5. I'll show you what the samples look like, give you my review as we go along, and let you know at the end of the video if I'll be buying the full size of any of these this month or not. In my subscription box this month, these are the little samples that I picked up. So I have the Bobbi Brown Velvet Plum eyeshadow, a Gucci eyeshadow, a Laura Mercier eyeshadow, a Burberry concealer, and Tom Ford lip product. This first eyeshadow is gorgeous. This is Bobbi Brown's eyeshadow in Velvet Plum. Look at that color. And you do get enough in the samples to use it for about 10-15 times. I mean, if not more than that. They give you a great amount to try, so you can really decide if you like it or not. A lot of fallout with that eyeshadow. Ugh. It was a little faint on the eyes. It's not as vibrant as I would have expected it to be, at least for a Bobbi Brown eyeshadow. And you can see from the pan to the eyes, it's just a little disappointing. But that's why we love samples. Next eyeshadow I'm using is one from Laura Mercier. This is in the shade Truffle. And I'm applying this into the crease very lightly, because it is such a dark shade. If you hear me heavy breathing in between here, I'm gonna try to add some music to the background so it's not so noticeable, but 9 months pregnant and everything is being pushed up. I'm waiting for everything to drop. So far it hasn't happened. And then I'm using a separate blending shade outside of my samples to blend out the harsh edges of Laura Mercier's Truffle, which is a nice eyeshadow. You can see how pigmented that was. Next, I'm taking a Gucci eyeshadow. This is in the shade Twilight. Very pretty purple. I'm gonna attempt, I'm hoping it shows up. I'm gonna attempt to apply this onto the outer third and into the outer V. Oh yeah, it is showing up. It's very faint, but it's a good thing that that Bobbi Brown eyeshadow was so faint on the lid. Otherwise, I don't feel like this would have shown up at all. I want that purple to be a little more vibrant on the outer corner, so I've packed it onto a brush here. I'm gonna use a little bit of setting spray to wet it down, and then apply it wet right there. So I want to see it. It is a beautiful purple shade. So to save some time, I went ahead and did my brows and my lashes. My lashes are White Lie from InkyMinkyLashes.com. I think I'm gonna add a purple eyeliner onto the waterline. I'm using one of the Maybelline Lasting Dramas. What is this? Polished Amethyst. It's my favorite color. I love this thing. For the eyes, so far I like how everything came together. I don't really care for that Bobbi Brown eyeshadow, but I did like the Gucci one and the Laura Mercier one, although I have the Laura Mercier one in a palette somewhere, I'm sure of it. Moving on to the face, I'm gonna try the Burberry Cashmere Concealer, and this is in the shade Ivory. They included a cute little note here, Shake Me. So we're gonna shake, 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 shake. They also give you great little applicators to apply the product, so I'm just gonna twist this up. Yeah, like that. You only get one take for that on camera. Thank goodness it came out right. I'm gonna apply this under the eyes. That's probably way too much. It's okay. And I'm using my Posh sponge to blend that under the eyes. I've never used anything from Burberry before. None of their makeup products, have you? I don't think I've ever really seen them either, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it. Blend it in nicely. It looks pretty good on the skin. I'd be interested to see how that one wears throughout the day, which I will be letting you know at the end of the video. Really beautiful on the skin. I'm impressed so far. Now for the foundation, I'm working on a Battle of the Luxury Foundations video at the moment where I'm testing out 10 different foundations, wearing them throughout the day, showing you the results. That video will be coming up in December. So I don't want to waste a full day of makeup here. I'm going to go ahead and apply 2 of those foundations, one on each half of my face, so I can test those today as part of that video. So this one did not come with my subscription this month. This is one that I purchased separately from Schwa about a month ago. This is the Clé de Peau Silky Cream Foundation. You get the same great applicator that we got with the concealer. The other foundation I'm using today is the new one from Chanel. I haven't done a wear test with it specifically, and so I wanted to do that on camera. And to set everything, I'm using my Givenchy powder. I did end up getting the full size of this stuff. I tested this one along with 9 others in the Battle of the High-End powders, and this one was phenomenal. And now that I have the face done, I'm gonna go back with more of Laura Mercier's Truffle eyeshadow. I'm using a smudging brush from e.l.f. Love this thing. And I'm gonna smudge that underneath the lower lash line there. Not a sample, but I did add in a blush from Chanel, by the way. This is in the shade Jersey, very neutral. Pairs up nicely with this look. For the lips, last sample I have to try is from Tom Ford. This is in Bruised Plum. These darker lip colors always intimidate me. Until I get them on and I see them with the look, and then my whole perspective changes. But looking at them in the pan always makes me feel a little bit nervous before applying them. Out of all the samples that I tried out to create this look, I wasn't impressed with that many of them. The Bobbi Brown eyeshadow was especially disappointing. The Laura Mercier eyeshadow was impressive. I did like that one, but it turns out I have a single of that one already. The Gucci eyeshadow was also really nice, very pigmented, but I do have a few purples that are very similar to it already, so I don't feel the need to go out and get the full size of that one. What else? The Burberry concealer was probably the most impressive sample that I tried out of all of the samples in this look. It did not crease under the eyes by the end of the day. It looked beautiful on application. I mean, it looked just like my skin. The coverage was spot on. Really did enjoy that one. The Tom Ford lipstick, for me, left a lot to be desired. I did kind of like the color, really like the formulation of it, so I will be trying more Tom Ford lipsticks in future Schwa subscriptions. But the color was just off for me. It was more of a red wine, where I like more of a plummy wine. I'm wearing the Tom Ford lipstick today, but I did combine it up with MAC's Night Moth lip liner, and this is the kind of color that I think of when I think of the name Bruised Plum, so probably won't be getting that one. But yeah, out of everything I tried, the Burberry concealer really stood out to me. I will be getting the full size of that. And if you're interested in checking out the Schwa subscription, I will have their website listed below. Not been disappointed by them once. I've been disappointed by samples, but that's to be expected, and it's actually saved me a lot of time, money, and hassle when it comes to trying out new products. And if you're interested in anything that I used in today's video, I will also have those products listed for you below. And I'll have the foundation test coming up very soon also. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.